My name is Randy Cook. I am the daughter of Geraldine Morgan. She lives in memory care at Story Point and currently has assisting hands helping her during the day and night. My mother is 96 years old. She has, as she's gotten older, developed an enjoyment for singing and dancing. And everyone at the facility always looks forward to seeing her because she likes to sing and dance with anybody, even the maintenance man. The journey started with assisting hands back about 4 years ago when my father started. My mother had dementia for a long time. My father started developing signs as well. So we looked for caregivers that we felt confident with, that we felt had the best interest of our parents, taking care of them so that we wouldn't have to worry. And my brother interviewed numerous different companies, but Assisting Hands, he felt really cared more and showed interest and enthusiasm for taking care of my mom and dad at that time. And we've continued on with Assisting Hands for my mother as she moved into memory care once my father had passed. Dad liked to go out and ride his bike. And I was always concerned that he'd get out. I mean, he's 95 at the time, okay? So I was always concerned that he'd get out and he'd forget where he was. And because I was starting to see some signs of, problems, memory problems. And so I'd always review the address of, Orders Road and whatnot. And it was kind of crazy because I'd ask, Daddy, where do you live? And he says, I live in Mount Gilead. No, Daddy, it's Grove City. No, it's Mount Gilead. Now, he's never lived in Mount Gilead. He's never been to Mount Gilead. So that was kind of the spot where we knew something was starting to disconnect because he didn't live in Mount Gilead. And as many times as we would, remind him and try to confirm and cheer and cajole Grove City, it always came out Mount Gilead. So that's when we knew we needed to start looking for some assistance for his care as well as Mom, because he'd been taking care of Mom with her dementia for so long, and then all of a sudden he was having issues. So we decided we needed to get somebody in to keep him on the straight and narrow. She was kind of on autopilot for a lot of her life, so it wasn't as critical. The first time I met Marcia was in the hallway. She wasn't working for my mother yet. She was caring for another resident at the facility. And she just seemed so, you just felt a warmth when you talked with her. And it was like she had cuddled and was holding this patient who was sitting in a wheelchair in front of her. You just felt the warmth coming from her. And it was very impressive. And I've seen lots of caregivers around the facility, but once we saw her, it just kind of clicked. It's given me comfort, it's given me relaxation and no worries, because I know when Marcia, or now with having Assisting Hands at night as well, she's cared for. We don't need to worry. She's not going to take a step without Marcia being there by her side. I can relax and go on with what else I need to do because I know she's there helping. My family lives out of town. I'm the only one in town. And it has made it easier for them because Marcia has graciously allowed them to call my mother on her cell phone and talk with her. In that ongoing conversation and interaction, she's gotten to know my brothers and sisters. She's met my brothers, but not my sister yet. She lives in Maryland. But they all feel comfortable calling up and saying, hey, Marcia, can I talk to mom? Or if Marcia is busy and misses the call, Marcia will call back and say, hey, Rick, you can talk with your mom now. Are you ready? So it's just made it a great feeling. They know that they can call and talk with mom anytime and talk with Marcia because we've gotten to know her so well, that it is a great comfort to them since they can't be here. There are a whole bunch of times, but when my mom fell, she arrived at the facility and mom had already fallen. We don't know how long earlier that had happened. Marcia jumped in, helped my mother, went with her, followed her to the hospital, stayed with her till I could get there because I live a ways away. So she went with my mother, kept my mother calm, was able to be the family's eyes and ears when I couldn't be there. And she's amazing. She just, she stepped in, made sure mom was comfortable, make sure she has something to eat, that she stayed calm while the doctors were in there, because she can be a little grumpy when the doctors are around. But it really, really made a difference. There's one in particular that she's told me that when she was working in a military naval, I believe it was a naval hospital, she would go by the rooms, not of patients that she was currently attending to, but she'd go by every day and she'd see there was nobody visiting them. There were no pictures or flowers or anything to indicate that others of family members were able to acknowledge them. So Marcia would go in and visit on her breaks with the different patients who didn't have family members in town or had no family members to come visit them. And she would go in and talk with them and sometimes pray and try to cheer them up and give them a little positivity, which all they were getting is just doctors and nurses treating them. So she would go in with a smile and a hug and try to give them a little bit more positive in their life. Just that I'm very relaxed and happy. Marcia is an amazing person. She has a heart and soul that does nothing but give and care for others. She is a person who makes you feel comfortable, confident, and happy when you're with her. She likes to smile and giggle, and she has a calm that she passes on to you, so that when you're in a health situation with your family, you don't feel that pressure. Kind of lifts for a little bit because she's there taking care of that person and making you feel comfortable. Compassionate, caring, and loving.